Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Clock Sports. We're back at it with another one, man. Today we're gonna talk about this segment on Undisputed. They discuss about LeBron James being top 12 player in the NBA right now. Honestly, he's out of my top 10 as well. So to me, I think LeBron's like a top 15 player right now. He's not a top 10 player. I mean, when you look at what the skill that he's locked of, like footsteps, shootings, free throw shooting. Like, he's not a guy who can score the ball in three-dimensional. He's very ball dominant when right now what he should be doing is catching the ball from the post and then go to work. Because Kobe said it, like, once you get a certain age, you should be like catching the ball from the post and then go to work. Even Tracy, I'm not a big fan of Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady said the same thing. So once you get a certain age, man, you have to like have at least your mid range got to be butter. Your 3-point shooting got to be butter. Your layup got to be butter as well, because we saw LeBron miss layup in the playoff when they faced Denver. He missed a layup. He was missing layup. It was missing 3-point shooting. His 3-point shooting was horrible. I mean, that man was missing, I believe he missed 20 plus 3-point shooting. Like, it was terrible. So now Keyshawn and Skip Bayless about to talk about it. Let's see what they're saying, and then we're gonna cook.
Do you agree with LeBron at 12?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't mind the top six. When you get to 7 and 8, I start to get a little worried when you start talking about Jason Tatum, which is great, but he did disappear at times in the playoffs. You talk about Devin Booker. Devin Booker's a young up-and-coming player. There's no question about.
Well, LeBron did disappear as well. So if you're gonna point a finger at those dudes for disappearing, what about Brown? Brown shouldn't even be disappeared at all. He a vet in this game. He 20 plus season in, so he shouldn't be disappeared in no playoff. Matter of fact, he should be consistent. Should be his game. Consistency should be his game. Being consistent on the floor should be his name. So for you to taking shot at those guys when they've been leading their team to the playoff consistently, they've been doing X and Y and Z. Those guys don't have a guy like AD who was playing the defender that AD was in the playoff. AD was average 5 blocks per game in the playoff. Nobody had any player who was average 5 blocks per game in the playoff. Come on, man. Key, we got to keep it real.
Then when you get down to 10, I think Dame Lillard belongs there. At 11, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a great season. There's no question about it. But I don't think when you're talking about the top players in the top 10, that LeBron James is on the outside at 12. Okay? You look at statistically, well, let's start with, he was in the MVP conversation before he got hurt. Then he gets hurt last year. 29, he was averaging, basically, I'm going to round it up to 30 points a game, 8 boards, 7 assists, shoot 50% from the field. Those numbers dropped after the injury.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about it. He was average 30 points per game, and they were losing. They were getting their tail beat out of. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, once he passed Kareem, he took a long vacation, walking around with life GOAT, saying he's the GOAT. He had a huge reception. He had parties after parties because he passed Kareem. He celebrated that better than he celebrated any championship. So LeBron James was playing for stats. He was scoring 30, getting those boards, but they were still getting the tail beat out of. It was until the game. It was until they brought some new people over. Then that's when the team start really winning games. At first, it was all individual, all about, hey, let me get mine. So let's not acting like he was scoring 30 and the team was like benefited from it. The only person who was benefited from his 30 was him. His selfishness caused the Lakers almost missed the playoff. So give me a damn break.
Okay, he dropped down to 25 points a game, 7 boards, 6 assists, shooting 48% from the field. And he sat out 13 games, okay, played the last 8 in the regular season, which was whatever to get ready for the playoffs or the play-in, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how he can go from a top 5 guy to outside the top 10 based on everything that he did last season to what they're projected this season. I don't.
Key, what did he do that was so phenomenal last season? I mean, in the playoff, he didn't really have a phenomenal playoff. Let's keep it 1,000, man. He didn't have a phenomenal playoff. He had some spot, he had some moment, but he was also averaging 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers. And on top of that, it was not until the game 4 in the Denver series that's when he started playing hard. That was too late. He played hard in one half, and in the second half, he was nowhere to be found. So who you gonna blame for that? Then he got swept again. So instead of saying go to the conference, instead of go sit down with the reporters and tell them the truth, he lied. Told them that he was injured, saying that he don't know how long he's gonna do this, acting like he's about to retire, which everybody know he wasn't about to retire. So if you ask me, it was all self-conflicted. It was nothing about the team. It was nothing about camaraderie for the team. It was all for himself, for his own benefit, which is caused them to be swept. Because some of those games in the Denver series, he didn't need to keep shooting threes. He was jacking up threes like he's Chef Curry. So we cannot just keep putting the blame one way. We got to put it all the way. If you're the leader, you deserve the most blame. Simple as that.
I don't understand it. Maybe they looking at the Denver conference final and saying he didn't play, even though he averaged 27 points a game, 10 boards, and ran out of gas at times. He still was able to take a team that they constructed after All-Star break, not even mid-season, because basketball is not midway point.
No, it's not.
After the All-Star break, to the point of getting this team together, understanding who everybody is, continuity, and still help lead them to the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get it because you are LeBron meat glazer. So he took them there. They got swept, buddy. They got swept. They didn't win a game. So you can say he took them there all you want to. One thing we know about LA is all about the goal. It's all about winning championship. Simple as that. Kobe Bryant said it. Kobe Bryant said, when you sign a player, when you come to the Lakers to play for this team, the Lakers, it's all about championship. We don't care about what you've done in the past. We don't care about what you did in Cleveland. We don't care about what you did in Miami. When you put the purple and gold on, it's all about one thing, baby, championship. It's not about, oh, we take you to the final. We didn't win, but we did take you to the final. No. The Lakers only know one thing. Win, win, win. That's it.
I'm going to give you this. I've said this several times on this show. That stretch from his birthday, December 30th, at Atlanta, through passing Kareem on February 7th, he was the best player in the league. The best, number one. He averaged 34, 9, and 8. Obviously, there was some selfish motivation because he's trying to catch and pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which I never thought would be possible, but his longevity has been supreme in this league. And for him to go on a tear like that at age 38 in year 20 was extraordinary, astonishing, off the charts, never seen before. Then he took some time off. Then he went through the ankle issue. And I think both of his ankles, from what I've been told, are not good just from wear and tear. He's got a constant struggle with that.
Okay, if they ain't good, when is he going to have the surgery? Because they've been talking about he's going to have surgery when he got swept. So far, we have not heard anything, no surgery anytime soon. The season about to start anytime soon. The season about to start next month. So when is it going to be the surgery? When are you going to do the surgery, Skip? Because I'm so sick of, he injured. He this, he that. Well, if you that's bad, we tired. We tired. That's all I'm going to say. We tired.
But if I look at body of work for the whole year and I watch every game maybe too closely, and you can say I'm nitpicking, but this is
I
the
didn't
guy.
say anything.
Okay,
You must feel you're nitpicking.
Okay, but everybody says I'm nitpicking because, well, wait a second. Everybody's telling me, the blind witnesses out there, he's the greatest player ever above that guy who played in Chicago. I don't believe that for a second, but I'm going to raise my...
No, LeBron is not the... No, LeBron is not the GOAT. LeBron, the GOAT, is like comparing Steve Harvey. It's like comparing Bernie Mac with Steve Harvey. Come on, bro. We all know Bernie Mac was the best comedian. Better than Steve Harvey. So it's like compare them two together. Like, people need to stop with this. LeBron is the GOAT. Based on what he's the GOAT. The man have so many failure on his resume. So that's number one. Number two, let's talk about his game. First of all, let's talk about his game. Because he doesn't have a jump shot. He doesn't have no footwork. His game been transition all day, all night, twice on Sunday. No footwork. No footwork, no ball handling. His ball handling is the D. His jump shot is a F. His layup package is a C. Like, his winning for him is really a D. So what is he good at that make him the GOAT? What's make him the GOAT? Because he got so many layers of glints that he's not the GOAT. So let's be honest. LeBron James spent a lot of time and rely on his athleticism. His athleticism get him by. That's why he was good on defense in Miami. Once he left Miami, guess what? He stopped playing defense. A lot of people keep saying he can guard 1-5. It's a lie. That man never guard 1-5. I never see him guard 1-5. He got a block on splitter in Miami. People say, "Oh, see, he can guard 1-5." Man, do you know anything about basketball? You can switch. Just because you switch to a center for a position, that don't mean you can guard us. That don't mean you can guard 1-5. It's like me saying Magic Johnson was a lockdown defender because he guarded a center in 19 the first championship, I believe. That don't mean he was a lockdown defender. He's just a defender that can defend. So the notion that he's the GOAT of what? The GOAT of losing? Because that's what he got on his resume. He got more L than W in his resume. And let's just break it down. LeBron James is the all-time turnover machine. That's a number one thing that people don't talk about. His shooting is not that good. His free throw shooting is not that good. His ball handling is not that good. His layup and dunk. For the past 21 years, layup and dunk. So I'm supposed to look at this and say he's the greatest, when he have not done half of the thing that Mike did. Mike took a team in 1984, got there, the team was ass, turned it to a dynasty, win 3, left, came back and win 3 more. That is more impressive to me than win 2, then go stack up the deck with D Wade and Bosh. Fail in Miami because with that team, they should have three-peated. If you ask me, they should be 4-0, but I can understand Dallas. They should have three-peated, which they didn't. They won 2. Then went to Cleveland, won 1 championship because of Kyrie. If Kyrie didn't play on that team, they would have not won. Then go to LA, win a bubble-licious championship when nobody wanted to be in LA. He won that bubble-licious championship. But this make him better than Kobe? This make him better than Mike? What are you smoking?
Are way up here. So I had 12 games during the regular season last year when LeBron James should have closed the game for the Lakers and he failed to. And I'll give you 3 quick examples of epic failures at closing games. People, the Laker fans, Laker Nation will remember these games. It was early in the season. The Pacers came to play at the Crypt, as I call it. They're up. The Lakers are up 17 in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you remember this game. LeBron goes 2 of 8 in the fourth quarter, and they blow the entire lead to the Pacers. Not even a playoff team, the Pacers. And that kid, Andrew Nimhard, hits a walk-off on LeBron in his face.
Okay.
And I'm saying, LeBron, you're just better. You got.
He's not a defender. He's not a defender. I don't know why people keep thinking that LeBron is a lockdown defender. He's not. Melo used to cook that man. Kobe used to cook them. Like, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about dudes that used to cook LeBron on D. Like, the notion that he's a great defender, he's a lockdown defender, well, who did he lock down? Like, because the only people that he guarded, D Rose in 2011. At that time, D Rose didn't even have a jump shot. D Rose's game was transition, layup, and dunk. His layup package was sick. Once D Rose get to the basket, there's nothing you can do. But what he was doing, he was in the last minute in the Chicago series, he crowded D Rose, and then he forced D Rose to shoot the ball. Why? Because he bigger and stronger. He was bigger and stronger than D Rose. He crowded him. He make him take a jump shot. Simple as that. But who did he guard well? He only guarded the point guards well. Like,
Got to figure out. You're that dude, man. You just say.
Sorry.
then when they went to the finals, Dirk Nowitzki was cooking. He didn't check Dirk. He didn't guard Dirk. But yet he can guard 1 to 5. Yeah, give me a break.
Are you saying he's never closed out games?
Okay, no, I'm saying last year. We're doing body of work off last year. Then there was that game at Sixers. It's still pretty early in the season. Fourth quarter and overtime, it was an epic collapse by the Lakers. LeBron goes 1 of 5 in the fourth quarter and overtime. He just wouldn't even take shots. He was 0 of 2 from 3. They lost the overtime 13-2. And I'm saying, come on, man, where were you?
So he can't be cold either.
All right.
Can't get cold.
Then we go double overtime against Dallas at home. And in the fourth and 2 overtimes, LeBron goes 2 of 11 and 0 for 5 from 3. It's like
Can't have a bad night.
Okay, well, he had a bunch of bad nights because you should have closed.
So at the end of the day, he can't have a bad night.
I kept saying the closer on this team is actually Dennis Schroeder because he'll.
Damn, Keyshawn, can you take off the cape off, please? Because you glazing right now, bro. You glazing that man. He got a wife. LeBron got a wife, bro. He telling the truth. Everything Skip's saying right there is the truth. He's not lying. He haven't lied yet. You know what I'm saying? He haven't lied yet. So everything he's saying is the truth.
Step to the line and make late clutch free throws like crazy. What did Dennis Schroeder just do for Germany in the World Cup, the FIBA World Cup?
We're not asking Dennis Schroeder to be our closers.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he ain't there anymore, so
Exactly.
you can't ask him, and now it might have to be
Exactly.
Austin Reeves. Okay, so then we get to the playoffs, and LeBron played very well against Memphis, and I thought he played pretty well against Golden State. The team played around him very well. They rose to his occasion. Then all of a sudden we get to Denver.
The thing about that series, Golden State don't have a center. and they explore that matchup really well. Golden State inside was extremely weak. So until Golden State get a center, I don't see them winning another championship. You need somebody that can battle AD, that can battle a guy like Giannis, that can battle Embiid, a Joker, because those guys will feast down there, and that's what AD was doing. And Yui step up really well. Austin Reeves, and D'Lo. So all those guys like make shots when they need them the most. So it wasn't all LeBron who beat Curry. It was a whole team, and this is why once they faced Denver, they got their ass stomped on.
They were good enough to beat Denver
Maybe.
four times. They're right there in the fourth quarter. If you close a couple of these games, we might be having a different conversation right now. So LeBron in the combined four fourth quarters goes 7 of 23 and 1 of 10 from 3.
He was awful. He was very awful in those fourth quarters. And he was jacking up those threes. He was jacking up those threes like he's Steph Curry.
Yes.
And in the course of the playoff run, at one point, he missed an all-time playoff record, 20 straight three-point shots. It's a record. And I'm saying, what are you doing?
Could you be fatigued?
Okay.
Could you be fatigued?
He's
Could-
Iron Man.
Could he be fatigued is all I'm asking you.
Is he Iron?
No, it couldn't be, because the Lakers had multiple breaks. They had 3 days break. Every game it was 3 days break. Especially in the Memphis series, they had 3 days break. Meanwhile, the team that won the championship the year prior didn't have that many break, which is Golden State Warriors. Golden State didn't have that many break. Golden State was playing back to back in the playoff. And meanwhile, LeBron James had games like he played today. If he played, let's say what? Today's Tuesday. Then he don't play again until probably Friday or Saturday. Meanwhile, if the champ play today, they're definitely playing Thursday.
Man.
Could
Yes.
he be fatigued? You saying the Iron Man based on his longevity and how he works out. But that doesn't mean anything when you're traveling to Denver. You're in Denver.
Yeah.
The altitude, obviously, clearly, is a problem.
Where was this excuses when Kobe took the Lakers to beat Denver to go to the finals in 2009? Because that Denver team had Melo, they had Cambry, they had J.R. Smith, they had Nene, they had Birdman, they had I think Chauncey was on that team. Chauncey. So where was their excuses when Kobe beat that team? Kobe beat the Denver. No excuses. It's either you get it done or you fail. All these excuses for what? Why are we giving this overrated bum this many excuses? Don't make no sense.
Problem because everybody that went up there had problems.
2 out of 4
Okay.
in Denver. Yeah. Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
Then when you come home, you're just not playing well. It's a bad matchup because Jokic and Murray and company are doing what they do on your home floor. It's just a bad matchup, Skip.
I don't think it's a bad
It's a
matchup
bad
when
matchup.
you're right there in the fourth
It's
quarter.
a bad, but they pull up.
That's all cap. That's all cap, because those games were very close. That game 4, they beat them by 2. Those games were close. There was no blown out at all. I think the top points, they probably beat them. The highest point, I believe they probably beat them in probably 6 points. There was no blown out. So your man, you glazing for Keyshawn Johnson, he didn't do his job. His job was to get the team and get the team prepared and win the series. He didn't. He failed. So why are we here having all these excuses for him, Keyshawn?
But they
get
pull away
stomped?
from you.
No.
And it ain't all on LeBron. There was other people out there missing shots, turning the ball over. D'Angelo Russell not doing what he did against Golden State.
Okay, I got you, but it comes down. I showed you.
At the end of the day, who's the leader? Is D'Lo the leader? Is D'Lo the leader? That's what I want to know. Because all I be hearing is from y'all, he's the greatest leader of all time. He got the highest IQ. He X and Y and Z. So how come when he failed, it's always the others? No, stand on your own nuts and deal with it. Bean would have been doing that. Bean would be like, yo, it's my fault. We lost. And then we got to look at tapes, work on what we need to work on, get better, and then to come back and get it done next year. That's what be Bean. He wouldn't be finger pointing. He wouldn't be like, oh, D'Lo had turnovers. Meanwhile, you average 4 turnovers per game, bro. Per game, you average 4 turnovers per game. But yet you want to blame D'Lo. D'Lo is not the leader. You are, sir. Act like one. Instead of acting like $2 hoe.
Do these plays before, and I won't rub it in.
You're
but
showing
it's
me,
the
you're
last two
showing me plays from the beginning of the season. Are you showing me plays?
No, I'm showing you plays at the last game.
You're
the
showing me
closeout
plays
game.
at the
Game 4
closeout
against
game
Denver.
against Denver
Okay.
when he goes to the cup, and there's 3 dudes that's like 900 feet tall standing around this guy.
That's a lie. There was not 2 dudes on him. Matter of fact, he took the ball and drive to the basket. Jamal Murray stayed on him and then block his shot. That's what happened. That's what happened. Jamal Murray stay on that man and block his shot. It was not 3 dudes because if my memory serves me correctly, Jokic was guarding AD. Jokic was guarding AD, and he blow by Aaron Gordon. Then Jamal Murray stay on him and then jump and block his shot. The end.
They're not 900 feet tall. He's bigger than they are.
Let me surround you. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Jokic is huge.
Aaron Gordon. No, but
Aaron
Jokic,
Gordon,
he didn't get to Jokic.
Pushed him. Yeah, he pushed him right into him.
Jamal, who's 6'5", undercut him, cut him off.
Can you please stop lying, Keyshawn? You looking bad out. You looking bad out here. How much LeBron James is paying you to do this? How much is he paying you to do this? Because this is not true, bro. I remember the play vividly. He drive to the basket. Jamal Murray stick on him like glue, and Jamal Murray jump and block the shot. Simple as that. Why? Why this happened to him? Because he don't have any moves. He don't have any moves. What move does he have? If you crowd the paint, he can't do nothing else. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, how is he better than Jordan when he doesn't have any move? How is he better than Bean when he doesn't have any move? Those guys, people that have moves, will drive to the basket, pump fake, and people told, and then take the shot. Hell, who will drive, stop in the mid post and shoot the ball, and it would have been tie ball game. And then we go on to overtime. Your bum don't have any move, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, he doesn't have no move. He didn't have no footwork. He doesn't have no good dribble. His dribble is not crisp like that. He doesn't have a layup package that crazy like Kyrie. So what does he have that's so appealing that telling you like, oh, now it was those 3 guys who were on the paint. That's cap right there, Johnson. You know it, and I know it. And I hope Rich Paul is paying you ridiculous bread because you capping so hard.
When they're collapsing on you and you don't have the space
Here's
to
the
kick.
point. The greatest player ever.
You create space. Jordan creates space. Bean creates space. What you think? You think they were guarding Bean? They were giving Bean all type of space? No, he worked on moves. He worked on how to create space. And that's what your bum have not done for 21 years. 21 years. He been doing the same thing. Drive to the basket, dunk. Drive to the basket, dunk. That's why most of his points, where they coming from? 5 feet from the basket. Lay up and dunk. And that's what you get.
Quote unquote. The GOAT, as I'm told, had 2 shots to tie it late in the game and didn't get the ball to the rim either time. Okay? So CBS Sportsline is sitting back saying, well, body of work. Are you going to do injury? You're going to give him injury excuse? His ankles are not good.
First of all,
is it the out of gas excuse?
First of all, I'm not giving him an excuse. But now I'm going to use the word nitpicking. I'm not going to go and nitpick like you.
Yeah. So
I use it on you because you brought it to me and said that I was going to use it, so I'm going to use it.
Okay.
I'm going to use that as my card. You're picking out games at the beginning of the season on the road or one against Indy, and then you're talking about a double overtime against the Sixers at the beginning of the day.
I cherry picked 3 out of 12.
Then on top of there's 82 games though. Then on top of that, you're talking about a play against the Denver Nuggets that 3 people are crowding him, collapsed on him.
3 people did not collapse on him, liar. 3 people did not collapse on him. It was Jamal Murray who stick on him, and then you have Aaron Gordon on this side. He should have created move. Why? How come he doesn't have a move to get space? Why they have to give him space? Nobody owe you anything when you're playing basketball. You got to get it yourself. Nobody owe you space. What you think is gonna happen when you go overseas play those guys? You think overseas basketball they give you space? You have to create your own space. And this is why people that come from overseas, they come over here playing the NBA. They're like, man, this is heaven. Because over there is no space. If you have a little space, you create it yourself. So, like I said again, if that man had a bunch of move like Melo, a bunch of move like KD, a bunch of move like Bean, Jordan, he would have created. But he doesn't have any. No move. All he knows is go to the basket, lay up. And this is why I don't understand how this man's game is so appealing to people. It's not appealing to me at all. I've been watching basketball all my life, and his game is not appealing to me whatsoever.
They're getting their hands on the basketball, so he can't even get it up over somebody.
Yeah.
You know how hard
not
that
3,
is?
2 people. 2 people.
No, it was 3.
No, well, let's
Two.
get more.
It was 2 people.
It's 3 people.
Okay.
I'm
was
just
2
trying
people.
to get to the Denver piece so that we
see
can
him
see
jump
it
shoot
clearly.
making these shots. Okay, against Aaron Gordon, you take one hard dribble to the free throw line, you just go up and shoot it.
But they're collapsing on
Okay,
you.
Jamal's already collapsed. He's already cut you off at the pass.
You clearly felt that when I say you, he clearly felt that he could get to the rim before they got to him.
Yeah,
That didn't
I loved
happen.
it that he drove
and
the ball.
Anthony Davis is coming around.
Yeah.
Therefore, the Joker's in his sight. He couldn't kick. It wasn't enough time to kick.
Okay, I love that he drove the basketball because he has a propensity for avoiding the late game free throw line because he's not a great free throw shooter late in games. I can just show you the numbers.
I don't think that the man is out on the court, Skip, saying, I don't want to go to the free throw.
Oh, he definitely is.
He is not.
Oh, stop.
There's no way.
he is.
There's no way.
Okay,
Hell,
he
LeBron
is.
James is
So
saying,
what,
well, I'm not going to drive. This is
Yes,
not. So,
he is.
so
Yes,
now
yes,
he's Ben
yes.
Simmons.
Okay.
For many years, he's been avoided the free throw line, bro. For many years. For many years. We see him like in the All-Star game where he should have went for it, he passed it. Like even Bean got on him. Kobe got on him and said, why you didn't shoot the ball? And he was hot all night. And he didn't shoot the ball. So I don't want to hear you glazing right now, bro. You glazing right now, Keyshawn. I'm hoping Clutch Sports is paying you for this, for all this glazing you're doing. I hope Clutch Sports is paying you.
Aren't you going to tell me?
No, I'm not saying he's Ben Simmons, but
No,
he has
because
high.
Ben Simmons-
By the way, both
because-
these guys have high IQ.
No,
They
but
know.
no. I'm saying to you, are you telling me that LBJ is afraid to go to the free throw line late in games?
Okay.
You know how many times he's gone to the free throw line late in games?
Do I? Because guess who, since he came into the league, has missed the most
I didn't say
late
this.
clutch game
No,
free throws?
I didn't
late
say
game,
anything.
close
I
game.
didn't say anything about
Okay,
miss.
the most.
I said afraid to go.
Oh, how many times have you pulled
go.
up and jacked up a deep three because I don't want to get
that's
fouled?
a better shot. It has nothing to do with being fouled.
If you watch
For
him
many
at the
years-
late game
for
free
many-
throw line, he's like
for many-
It will only be a better shot if you're a good shooter. He's not a good shooter, so anything past the layup and dunk, that's not a good shot for him. This is why Kyrie was saying, I finally have another dude with KD. When he linked up with KD, he was saying, I finally got another dude that can take and make the same shot as I am.
years,
Here he is.
for
Late
many
game.
years, people complain, and I'm not going to say you, I'm going to put you in the people bucket. Complain that LeBron James passed the ball. He didn't shoot it because he was making the right play. Because he's a basketball guy, like you said, with a high IQ.
The highest.
The highest IQ.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a better opportunity for me to.
No, he's not. He chose the coward way. The coward way is, I don't want to take the shot and people get on my nut. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pass it on. I'm not passing it to another guy. So once he miss it, so nobody should blame me for missing the shot.
Dish, let my guys pull the trigger. Even though I can go to the cup, I'm doing the smart thing. He got killed for that.
No, he didn't get
It's
killed.
people-
But okay,
come on,
okay.
Skip.
Do you remember Game 1, 2018 at Golden State? You got him on the ropes, man. You got him. He has scored 48 points. He's got as hot a hand from outside the paint as I've ever seen. And what happens? You're down 1 at the end of the game. What happened? He gets the switch. He gets a little Steph on him. Okay, Steph's about, I'll give him 6'3", LeBron 6'9". All LeBron had to do is take one dribble to the left and just go up from the free throw line. You got a hot hand and shoot it. But it's do or die because you're down 1. It's going to be sink or swim, make or miss. And at the last second, he feeds George Hill, who is new to the basketball team.
okay.
I know George Hill.
Why? Because we all know why he gave it to George Hill, because he doesn't want to have the responsibility of missing the shot. Because if you really go by the numbers, you'll see LeBron James miss a lot of shots, a lot of late game shots. Like, even though people was glazing him in 2018, say, "Oh my gosh, 2018 was the best Bron I ever seen. He was on another level. He was really, really good." And I'm like, okay, so did he win the championship? Because if my memory served me, he got swept. So
really well from the Spurs. He's not that guy. You don't want him with the basketball.
But I'm making the right play because I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm not going to hot dog it down the stretch.
Yeah.
And I'm not Kobe. I'm going to get my players involved.
Who do you want to take that shot? George Hill or LeBron James? I want LeBron taking it.
I want the best situation that gives us a chance to win.
Okay, so Clay tackles George Hill, which
know.
he should have, and George Hill goes to the free throw line, and you know what happened? He missed a free throw, then JR lost his mind.
And guess what?
it's not George Hill to blame in this situation. It's the leader. The leader have to take those shots. I used to watch Kobe. Kobe used to get the team involved once the end of the third going to the fourth. He start taking over. Fourth quarter is for the leader of the team. The leader got to take the most shots. And the role player to come to bail you out is the leader who got to do, okay, we need you to go crazy right now. And you got to do that. But he doesn't have any move. Once you clamps on him, that's it. And I don't understand why people like Keyshawn get mad because they put him number 12. He was not as phenomenal as you might think he was.
But if he'd have made them free throws, guess what you'd have been saying? Wow, that was really smart. Heads up by LeBron.
Okay,
That's
did
what
he make them? Did he? No, he didn't.
No, but
make
if he
them.
would have,
Okay, last quick point, 2015. We'll go all the way back to when LeBron was a much younger man, 2015.
You go by what if, I go by what is. You go by what if. You too old. Keyshawn Johnson, you are too old to go by what if. You should go by what is. The truth is, the man is a terrible free throw shooter. He's a terrible mid-range shooter. He's a terrible three-point shooter. He doesn't have any move whatsoever. Once you clamps on him, it's a wrap. Most of his points coming from the layup line and the dunk. That's it, man. Anyway, man, I'm gonna conclude this video right here, man. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, what you hear, man, you know what to do, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.